Hey guys, welcome to the video. So today I'm going to be showing you how to connect AWS Lambda, how to set up an AWS Lambda function, and then how you can view the logs or whatever is happening inside in Amazon CloudWatch. So Amazon CloudWatch is basically a logging service. In in sim in simple words, it's a logging service. So if you want to run deep, if you're having trouble debugging, so CloudWatch is going to be your friend, and it's an amazing service and helps ease in your workload. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to assume that you already have an Amazon account. If not, go ahead, go to the Amazon AWS console and create an account. And once you're in, you can follow along from here. Okay, now first we have to create a Lambda function. So go to the search bar and type Lambda. This is the one. Okay, so Lambda is basically a place where you can run your code online without having to worry about server maintenance. Amazon does it for you, so all you have to worry about is writing code and making sure it works. So to create your first function, or basically your first program, go ahead and click this create function. Author from scratch, this is the default option, unless you have a blueprint on which you want to base your previous function on. So we're going to do author from scratch. Your function name, keep in mind that it has to contain letters, numbers, hyphens or underscores, and with no spaces. So I'm going to name this Lambda tutorial. I'm going to use camel casing. I'm going to be doing this in NodeJs version 18. It's very similar to JavaScript. It's basically a layer on top of JavaScript. Architecture, I'm going to keep it as it is. Change default execution role. For now, we're going to create a new Lambda, new role with basic Lambda permissions. Using an existing role is maybe a topic I will cover in the later videos. So for that, you have to create a new role in the IAM console. So for now, we're not going to delve into that. Advanced settings, this is going to be default for now. Go ahead and create a function. So this may take up to 20 to 30 seconds, so you have to be patient. There we go, you have successfully created the Lambda tutorial. You can change its code and configuration to invoke a function with a test event. Choose test. Okay, so this is your interface, as to say, and we have a handler function. This is basically the main function, or it is the function which runs when the Lambda function is called. So in other programs you would have noticed it is often called as the main function. It is the entry point into the Lambda. So this is where the code starts running from. So for now it's returning a response of a JSON string saying hello from Lambda. So now a very good practice is to do console.log event and event. Okay, so this basically logs the event which is being passed into the main function. This way you can keep track or even do some bug fixes to make sure that everything is as it seems, or everything is should be as it is. Now you may have the question that where is this console log going to show up, right? So that's where CloudWatch comes into the picture. So whenever we do call this function, console.log prints this event and it is stored in a CloudWatch log. Okay, it comes under log group. So for each function it has a different log group, and let's test this out. So first, to save your code in AWS Lambda, you need to deploy. It says here changes not deployed. I have deployed it and now it successfully updated the function Lambda tutorial. Now let's test this and see if this event shows up in CloudWatch. So how do you test? So click on this arrow button under test, next to test, configure test event, create a new event, test event. Let's call it test event. Okay, private. Okay, this is okay for now. Now this is the data we want to pass into the Lambda function. So basically the event is what we are going to be passing in from this test event. So for now it's going to be the default. It's a JSON object with these three values. So let's save this. Okay, sorry, my hands are on the wrong keys today. Test event, yeah, that should do. Save it. Now we have saved it. Now we want to do this. You want to select with the test event, save and test. Okay, so now we have tested it and we got the response from the code. Now this response is coming from the index, that is return response, and it is returning this. So that is what we have here, execution results. But how do we see where the console.log is? So if you head on over to monitor CloudWatch logs and view CloudWatch logs, that should take you to this website, this console. Now in the log groups, it's going to pull up the logs of the Lambda tutorial function, and as you can see, we have a log stream with this name. So when you click on it, you can see that the event, this is the log console.log, which we had called inside the Lambda function. As you can see, event is the same as the Lambda tutorial. Let's go back to the code. Yes, event and two colons, and yeah, this is it. So from here you can see what is being passed into the function, and of course within the function you can call console.log many times on for various other reasons, so it helps with debugging. So anyways, that was the tutorial for today. More in-depth Lambda tutorials will be coming as time progresses. I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'm going to stay pretty consistent with this series, so this would be a great place to start if you're just getting started with AWS backend services or serverless services, to be more specific. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.